we're going to make a cam, your cam, via Autodesk Inventor. Um, this is one of a few videos I plan on making, showing you how to do this. Um, we're going to use this cam as our example, but the basic idea is the same throughout. You can use some tricks when there's symmetry. In this case, there is no symmetry, so we're going to grind this one out all the way. So you have your information for your cam, you have your angles, and the radii, I think is the proper term. In 16ths of an inch, that'll be easy for us. And we're going to start by opening up Inventor. Suppose I could have had it open already, but we'll wait. Okay, so we're going to start by opening up a new part file. And of course, like we always do, start with a 2D sketch, not a 3D, but a 2D sketch, and do it on the XY plane. It may not, don't think it'll be a big deal, but let's try to be consistent. Do it on the XY plane. All right. So one of the keys to doing this is we're going to work in up here. You'll see where this little, I don't know what symbol that is, almost like a sideways Y, but the feature is called the construction feature. It's important that we click that. We click that first, and then really we're going to make a bunch of lines. In this case, for every one of these angles, except for, I think in this one we're going to skip 90 and 270, but for every one of these angles, we're going to make a line. And here's what I mean. Notice this first one is 0 degrees and then 6/16. So I go to my sketch, making sure that construction is highlighted here, and then I go over to line. I go to the origin, wait till it turns green, and I click, and I move out somewhere. I want you to notice that there are two fields that I can, if I hit tab, I go back and forth between. One of them is the length of the line, which is going to be 6/16, so we can just type 6 divided by 16, tab, and the other is the angle. And in this case, we want 0 degrees. And if I hit enter, I will have a dotted line. If your line is not dotted, it's because, I'm going to double click at the end of the line real quick. There you go. If your line is not dotted, if it's some green line or purple line and it's not dotted, it's because you didn't follow instructions and click this right here. So hit undo, click this, then do what we just did. So here we have a line that is at 0 degrees and is 6/16 or 3/8 long. Check. Now we're going to do it again for our next angle. What is our next angle? Our next angle is 20 degrees and it's 7/16. So click on the line, of course, go to the origin, go up here somewhere, 7/16. So I do 7 divided by 16, tab, and this angle is 20 degrees. Enter. And double click on the end of it. And then we'll do the same thing, except this time, and I believe there's a pattern here. We're going to click here, and now we're going to go, I think, 8/16, tab, and at 40 degrees. Double click at the end of it. I'll go back to the origin, and we'll go, whatever, 6/8 is 9/16. Tab, 0, 20, 40, yep, 60 degrees. Now, if you'd like, you can, I'm going to finish up this set of lines, but if you're starting to get the idea and you want to fast forward the video or pause it and do your own and then jump ahead, that's fine too. Or if you'd like to continue to just kind of work with me, that's fine. So now we're up to 80 degrees. and I believe 10/16. Enter. We're going to skip over 90. Double click up here. And we're going to skip over 90. We're going to go to let's just double check to make sure I don't mess it up. So 100 degrees should be 11/16. Okay, just wanted to make sure I got that right. So 11/16 at 100 degrees. 12/16 at 120. 13/16 at 140. 15/16 at 160. 16/16 or 1 inch at 180. Now you want to be careful about the next one. Let's see if it, all right, so yes, you want to be careful about this next one. Notice it's measuring the angle from down this way. See, it won't measure, so it'll measure the shortest. So I'm now going to have to type in, let's see, it's measuring the angle a different way. So I'm actually going to go down from 180 now. So for example, we're at 17/16, that's fine. Tab. But the angle here, I want one that's, let's see, if this is 180, on my paper it says 200, but we need to actually put in, because of the way they're measuring it, 160. Because the angle, here, let me point to it. See, it's true that if I go from here all the way around to the line we just made, that is in fact 200 degrees. Right, 200, yes. But it didn't measure the angle that way. It measured it from here down around this way. In that case, it's 160. So we're going to be careful about that for these next few ones. So we're going to go from here, and we're going to do 18/16 and 140. And then 19/16 and 120. And then 20/16 at 100. And 21/16 at 80. 22/16 at 60. 23/16 at 40. 24/16 at 20. And then last, (25/16) at 0 degrees in this case. All right, and I'll click up here on line and hit escape. All right, so I have the ends of these various lines are going to be my key points here. At this point, we are going to get out of construction. So we're going to go up here and we're going to unclick this button. Boom. And now drop down your line menu. We are going to do something called a spline. A spline, and specifically the one that says interpolation. Click that one. Then let's find where we started all this mess. It'll be tricky to find at first, but we'll locate it. So let's see. It was along here, and it was at 6/16. So we're going to find that first line that we made. Aha, there it is. So that's the end of our first line, right there. The one that's 0.375, that's it right there. So find that and click once. And then go to the end of the next line that we made. And then the end of the next line. You'll know you're at the ends when it turns bright green. End of the next one. Don't worry about whatever the curve does in between, just keep on trucking. End of the next one, end of the next one, and so on and so forth. And when you click on the last one, just click OK, enter, and it creates our snail cam. A few bumps here and there, but not too bad. And then, of course, we need that straight line from here to here to close it off. And we have one more thing we want to put into this kind of cluttered sketch, and that is a circle in the middle. Now, unlike the papers we did, I can't remember now, but we're going to do this one at 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to do circle right in the center at the origin here, and we're going to make it 0.25 diameter. Well, we're going to finish the sketch, and we're going to right click and extrude. We're going to select this region. We're going to extrude it 0.25 inches. So both the circle in the middle, which I know some for a while was 3/16, we're going to do 0.25, and the extrusion are going to be both 0.25. And we have our snail cam. I'm wondering if I made a little bit of a mistake in here or something. It looks a little funky, but it'll work. It'll work.